we won our first fight. There's still 12 squads left, and anyway, I just wanna. I actually hate you guys so much.
Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we're going to be talking about, well, future Legends in Apex. However, it is going to be getting a little bit interesting. We know about Lifeline Reborn, we're going to go a little over Artemis, but with Alter coming in most recently, it changes the dynamic of what could be coming into the game in the future, especially with parallel universes, and how that is going to be a major focus for Apex Legends coming in the future. We're going to go over all of that. Without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So new Legends coming into Apex is always one of the most exciting things in the game. I mean, everyone loves a new Legend, new abilities, and new stories, and well, we do have a pretty good idea of what's coming next. Everyone knows that Lifeline Reborn does seem to be coming in. The latest is season 23, but she's definitely on the way, especially because we just got our Lifeline Prestige skin, which came way earlier than anticipated because that wasn't supposed to come until next season. Her abilities are actually pretty cool, as we've gone over before on this channel. The Combat Revive, she can glide in the air for a couple of seconds while holding onto the Dock Drone. The Dock Drone now follows around the people, and then there's the Ultimate Shock Bot, which places a destructible bot that shoots enemies away that are in proximity. Along with that, the new support class passive, this is for all support legends actually, can now throw healing items as grenades to heal other players. Overall, great concept, and I really hope that this ends up coming well. And we, well, actually already know the next legend coming after that. According to some inside information, Artemis is already in the game files. At some point in season 21, they put in new placeholder codes for the skins that were present, and the earliest ETA right now is season 23, which lines up with the Lifeline Reborn in season 22. The abilities are unknown right now, although there was some stuff given to us by Volcanic Titan where they had a crossbow ability, most likely their ultimate, and it's a modified version of the Bowcheck bow. And there's also a new shotgun that shoots arrows that's almost finished, and the Bowcheck bow will be floor loot again. Now once again, these are all rumors, nothing's 100% confirmed, although there is some interesting lore there, because according to them, Artemis is a recon legend and Maggie will break out Vantage's mom, Artemis, out of prison. That is correct. The lore around this seems to be the fact that Artemis is in fact going to be Vantage's mom if they decide to go with that storyline. We don't have anything 100% concrete yet, but it does seem to be the case. However, the newest legend that was just added in, Alter, well, she's adding in a bunch of new stuff, and I think it's going to impact the future legends quite a bit. Now, when you look at her history, she has emerged from another dimension into another with her past held close to the chest. And already she's impacting the game with dimension realities as well. There are a bunch of legendary skins, like this one with Revenant, for instance, dressed up as a kitty cat. And they actually changed the entire bio because this is an alternate version of Revenant where he was actually killed by a bunch of cats. No, I'm not actually kidding. In his lore blurb here, this is an alternate version of the hitman we all love and know as Revenant, who apparently got buried in a bunch of kitty litter. I don't know, the whole thing is very confusing. But what's really interesting about Alter and her dimensional reality thing, and then also altering legend stories and showing us alternate versions of them, well, she's actually not the first legend to do that. Because if you have ever played the Apex Legends mobile version of the game, there was a legend called Fade. He was actually pretty popular. He was the first ever legend added into the game for the mobile version that was separate from the main game. And in Fade's story, if you go ahead and look at the second paragraph, he activated his special suit and phased into another dimension. It took him a long time to master enough of the suit's phasing power to return to his home dimension, but when he did, all that remained of his family was dried blood. So obviously we're getting interdimensional traveling beings, and I think Alter may have been in some way warped into Fade, or Fade is most likely going to come at some point and could even have some connections with Alter. That's mainly because of the fact that EA and Andrew Wilson did very specifically state that Apex Legends Mobile will be coming back in the near future, but as a reimagined, connected experience, meaning that you would be able to play on your main game, but then also on your mobile version of the game. What that means for Rhapsody, I don't know. It does seem like likely if there's going to be more dimensional beings traveling over, that would be very awesome, and she could finally make her appearance. This also lines up with the fact that because EA, has been seeing a player decline and drop in the monetization of Apex Legends, that they're probably going to want to add in the mobile version sooner than later and then go ahead and try to make up some money in that market as well, at least while they can with Apex Legends. They're working on a lot of stuff with this, but what I really hope is when they do all this that, well, we don't go too far into adding too many legends too quick, because something that has been an issue with Apex Legends lately is that the lore is kind of all over the place. All the legends are connected in some way or another, you can see from this image here. And with Artemis coming in as Vantage's mother, if that is the case, tying with a Mad Maggie prison break, which also fits into her lore, it could be really interesting. I would actually love something like this where we actually get to do the prison break, very similar to how Loba, we got her kill code at Thief's Bane. That would be awesome for Vantage. I feel like Apex Legends has such a rich tapestry of different legends and characters that we really get into the game because we love the character. They themselves are a major selling point, at least compared to other battle royales. They've really built their own legend shooter, and it shines through. The problem is we don't get lore developments for sometimes 10 seasons after a legend releases. Conduit, for example, released in season 19, and I don't think we've got any update whatsoever on her lore, despite the fact that she's a very interesting character and has some ties to the Titanfall franchise. There are other legends that were leaked not too long ago, such as the fact that there's Phantom, Jester, Scryer, and Uplink, but everything seems to be absolutely AFK on them. They have completely disappeared from the map. The only one that we have a slight update on the fact is that Titan once again let us know that there is a upcoming legend known as Tinkerer, which has been talked about by other leakers as well, and this appears to be the foster sister of Crypto. There was no other details about their abilities, but we've known for a while that Mila was going to come in. We also know that there's Big Sister, which we haven't heard about. Apex Legends, like I said, has this grand overarching storyline going on. However, they kind of get lost with themselves when they release these new legends and we don't hear about it for a very long time. And I think Alter is another example that is a really cool legend, especially with the interdimensional travel, but if they don't continue the story, well then they lose all hype. Another one that would be a fantastic example is Ballistic. I think it's a really cool story how he was in the Thunderdome games before the Apex Legends games even existed, and now he is also nowhere to be heard from in the lore. Then you have older characters such as Blisk, who was supposed to be a released legend at some point as he was data mined in the files, and he's actually been completely cut from the story, I think around the time of season 11, right around when Valkyrie came in a season or two after that. So while I am excited for new legends, how they decide to bring them in is going to be way more crucial, because while their kits may be very fun, it may get us hyped up for the first 2 weeks of a season. Delivering constantly on that lore would be fantastic. A TV show wouldn't hurt either. Let me know down below, what do you guys think about Artemis? What do you think about Lifeline Reborn? How do you think about Tinkerer coming in as Mila? And also, how do you feel about Fade and possibly even more mobile legends coming over? Also, don't forget to check out this channel right here where I cover more news and information on Helldivers 2. And until next time, everyone, keep slaying the Outlands. I'll see you out there.